guys. We'll run the usual embargo, please, for 10:30 this evening. If I can ask for your name and organisation for your question, please, and a show of hands so we know where we're going around with the microphone. Thank you. Okay, great.
Hello, Pep. Fraser from Sky Sports. We spoke to Ronald Koeman yesterday, who was very complimentary. He said that you managed the best Barcelona side that he's ever seen. Ultimately, is it the same sort of style that you want to repeat from there that you want here at Manchester City? And he also said it was very risky as well. Would you ever be tempted to compromise that style if it meant you won more games?
Good morning. All the managers, Ronald is a big friend of mine, so I appreciate his words. We will try to do our best in knowing the quality of our players. So every stage, every club, every country has his specific things, and I have to adapt and adjust. So I played for all my years, in 6-7 years, like a manager against different styles, against different problems the opponents create us. And that is what is beautiful. It's try to solve it, but I cannot try to tell to the players or make them believe what is the best way to win the games. Is the way I believe. So, and of course knowing the quality of the players. I just put an example. So in Barcelona, we were a very, very good team, but we didn't cross too many during the season. Maybe we crossed 10 times in one complete season, because our game was completely different for the quality of our players. We attack a lot in the middle for the quality of the players we had in that moment. And went to Munich, and then it's completely different, because in the middle we did a specific quality. We have a very good strikers and amazing wingers, and we played a lot of crosses. And the way we played it depends on the quality of the players. But the fundamentals and the principles is the same. It's try to play as much as possible in the sight of the opponent and create as much chances as possible.
Pep, Ian Irving from Premier League Productions. Can you tell us about your relationship with Ronald Koeman? I understand during your time at Barcelona you were roommates, and he was the senior of the two. Just how much of an influence did he have on you in that stage of your football career?
Well, I should in that time switch off the light before go to sleep. When he need water, wake up to water for him. And I was the youngest, so I adapt to him. Now he was a real, not just roommate, because in that time we sleep together, but together in the sense, two teammates in one room, and we spent a lot of time. And he was so generous. He not only on the pitch, off the pitch as well. And I learned a lot just looking at him, how good he is. I think he was one of the first central defenders. With the quality, not just to defenders. I think Johan Cruyff bought Ronald Koeman for show us, for teach us why we need a central defender like Ronald. He was a guy is one of the few guys I never saw felt or miss an important game. In important games, I always saw him playing good. Always. I never saw him play a bad game in the important games, the Champions League and against Real Madrid, against big important games. That was the big talent. Most of the quality was the heel build up. It was amazing, long balls. It was 40 meters in a quick ball. So one of the best, by far one of the best central defenders I ever met in my life.
Hello, Pep. Ziad Mansour from BeanymanSports. I just want to ask about John Stones. It's the first time he will face his old team, his old teammates. Is that something you need to talk to him about, or you just leave it down to him?
No, he told me how good they are, the quality of the players, and he was 1 month, 2 months with Ronald, so not long time. So and Ronald played with 5 in the first game against Tottenham. Last game I play 4-4-2 in Diamond, sometimes 4-2-3-1. So I cannot do. I don't know what Ronald going to do against us. So we just to prepare and try to make our game.
Hi Pep, Andy Hampson from the Press Association. Could you please give an update on Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling and Vincent Kompany, and are there any other fitness concerns at all?
All of them, they are much better. Some of them are going to play tomorrow, some of them no, but they train in the last 2-3 days. They train, but I don't know if they are in for 90 minutes. I don't know. We'll have to think about it this afternoon, tomorrow morning.
Hi Pep, Jonathan Smith from ESPN. You've got a very busy schedule coming up. You've got 7 games in 3 weeks. Are you going to have to prioritise some games to manage your squad fitness?
Never prioritize. Of course, when we play League One, it's a little bit different. But the other competition, the next one is the important game. It's the most important game, and of course, I'm going to see how the international players came back, how is their physical conditions, their mentality, their mental approach. Some of the players recover quickly. Some of them need more time. And but tomorrow is the important game, the most important game. So I'm not thinking about for the next one because I don't know what's going to happen, how many injuries tomorrow, no injuries, so many things is going to happen. The best way to approach for the next one is win tomorrow.
I know Bakary Sagna is an injury, he picked it up on French duty, and I know that you're very flexible as a coach and are not averse to perhaps playing a player in a different position. Might you need to consider doing that now with only Pablo Zabaleta, or does Pablo Maffio come into it? How do you deal with Bakary Sagna's absence?
Yeah, it's a pity because he didn't play the last 2. I know the quality from Bakary, but Bakary, I know, I said days ago, Bakary played a lot, 1,000 million games last season, but Pablo Zabaleta was injured and played a lot, and afterwards with France, with the European Cup, play until the final, and after just 2 weeks, and 33 years old, so that's why I tried to handle that situation. That's why I didn't play the last 2 games. Afterwards in the national team, after 5-10 minutes was injured, so now 3 weeks without him, and of course with Pablo, and both Pablo Zabaleta and Maffeo, and of course, when you have a players with good mentality, we can find a solution as well.
Okay, take a couple of Spanish questions for the embargo, please, guys.
Hola Pep, Pol Gustems de Catalunya Ràdio El Periódico. Et volia preguntar com valores la feina que està fent el Ronald Koeman últimament a la Premier d'aquests anys i també un jugador que coneixes bé com el Gerardo Lofeu.
Bueno, crec que el Ronald l'any passat el Southampton va fer un any extraordinari classificant-lo per Europa League i aquest any ha començat de manera fantàstica. Potser els últims resultats no han sigut bons, però és un equip que utilitza molt a Lukaku, és un equip que té moltes coses interessants. I respecte a Gerard de Lofeu, és un dels talents més grans que he vist a la banda, d'un contra un, té una força i una qualitat. Tothom li recrimina el seu treball defensiu, però crec que ha donat un pas endavant i és un jugador especial. És un jugador molt especial, en el sentit que no se'n troben.
So the first question was, how do you evaluate Ronald Koeman's career here in the Premier League? Last season with Southampton he performed great, he did an extraordinary season, they qualified for European competitions, they start really well this season as well. Lately the results weren't so good, but they have a great team, they use a lot Romelu Lukaku for instance, and they do really interesting things on the pitch. The second question was about Gerardo Lofeu. What can you tell us about Gerardo Lofeu? He's the best talent I've ever seen in the one-to-one. Some people criticizing him because the lack of defense sometimes, but he has done a step ahead, and he's a special player.
I said one of the best.
One of the best?
Yeah, not the best ever, no. One of the best.
Sorry.
The best ever play in Barcelona.
Hola Pep. Aquí Antonio Fuentes para ESPN. Me ha llamado la atención, teniendo en cuenta el extraordinario rendimiento del Kun en el City, que es el líder, me ha llamado la atención cómo le han criticado esta semana en su país. Quería preguntarle cómo está anímicamente.
Pues anímicamente está bien. yo lo he visto muy bien. Pero tienes que... ¿Cómo te llamas? Antonio, tienes que saber que hoy día somos todos criticados. Los de en Argentina, un brasileño en Brasil, un español en España, y los entrenadores en todo el mundo y los jugadores en todo el mundo. Es decir, o te haces fuerte y aguantas o mejor te dedicas a otra cosa. No es exclusivo de Sergio, porque le pasa, imagino, a Leo también, le pasa a Di María, y le pasa a Dani Alves en Brasil, y a Neymar en Brasil, y a Reich en Inglaterra. Cuando juegas mal y pierdes, te liquidan.
So the question was about the Kun Agüero. How is he emotionally after the international break? He's received some criticism in Argentina with the national team. The answer was Agüero is emotionally good. Nowadays, we are all criticized. He in Argentina, managers, players all around the world, here in Spain, in Brazil, everywhere. So managers and players, we need to be tough mentally and be ready when we lose or we did a bad performance, we are going to be criticized. So we need to be tough.
Okay, guys, we're running embargo, please, for one more just in here. For the embargo.
Hello, Pep. Marcel, the Telegraaf. Last night, Ronald said you have never met in a game as players, not as managers. Do you think, and I don't know how you believe, but that Johan could be looking on, would be proud to see what you are doing both together?
I'm sure on that. Sure. But he saw us, so he saw us. Ronald, his career is longer than mine, and of course, I know. I think Ronald and I were so proud about Johan, and I'm pretty sure Johan would be so proud, and I am pretty sure he would be looking at the game. I'm sure of that.
Okay, guys, we're running the embargo, please, for 10:30 this evening.